Hey everybody, back again and wanted to do, I guess, the last in my SEO trilogy. I don't know. I had made a couple of videos before about SEO, search engine optimization. The first video is kind of what it is and why you need it. The second video was just some kind of basic SEO tips and tricks to help you rank in Google. I'm going too fast. SEO is how search engines rank and display your content. You're better your SEO, the more search engine friendly you are, the higher you will rank. The higher you rank, the more clicks and traffic you get, and potentially the more money that can be made, because there's a lot of money to be at the top of search engines like Google, YouTube. Everything's a search engine these days, right? So, do I want to say that? I guess. Do you know what one of the largest, most used search engines is? Adult sites. That's all I will say. Those are giant search engines if you think about it. I had a potential client once who wanted to advertise on adult sites by writing ads on models. You meet weird people online. So real quick, he knew that those sites get lots of traffic, and so his idea was to get companies to pay him, and then he would have these girls would write, kind of like you see UFC fighters might sometimes write things on their back during a big fight night. Same idea, but with adult content. Interesting. And because I wanted money and I was like, I can do that, I did some research. Anyway, I'm kidding. They're search engines also, okay? But we're not going to talk about how to rank on that. So anyway, just quick follow-up on the last kind of some easy SEO tips, tricks, and best practices that you should be using. This is just kind of the basic, simple stuff. SEO is incredibly complicated. Google tweaks their search engine multiple times a day, so it's always changing and evolving, and no one really knows exactly what it is that Google likes and likes best, but people have a general good idea. And again, like I said, there are some best practices that you can use, and these are just kind of the last ones I could think of to kind of help you again rank when you're making your website, blogging, making content, whatever, right? So the first one is, when you are writing your content, make sure that you don't ignore your snippet. What's a snippet? So a snippet, when you go into Google and you type in something, let's say Call of Duty, right? Advanced Warfare, ACES. When you type in something into Google, the snippet, you'll get the link and you'll get like a sentence or two underneath, right? That kind of explains what the website or page is about. That is your snippet. And usually, I think the default is Google just takes the first couple sentences from your blog post and puts it in there, but that's not always great. So what you want to do is go into the snippet and then type in what your website is, or your page or website's about, but do make sure that you put your keywords into that snippet, because that will help give some more authenticity to your post, some more validity, and it will help it rank, right? So you don't want to keyword stuff, which means put in too many keywords in your article, but you do want to put them in wherever you can. And so put those keywords into the snippet, and that will help you rank a little bit as well, right? Images. So I talked last time about images, and you definitely want to make sure that you put descriptive alt tags on your images. Alt descriptions, I mean. So the example I had, let's do a different one now. Again, let's go Call of Duty, right? Say you got a Call of Duty image you want to put on your website. There's tons of Call of Duty pictures online, right? So you want to kind of be descriptive, and the alt description, you kind of will type in what the photo is about, because if it's just Call of Duty JPEG, that doesn't tell anybody anything. But if you got, Call of Duty, OP MP5 build or something like that, be as descriptive as you can, because a lot of people search through images, and if you can rank an image, you can get traffic that way. Images even show up on the first page of Google searches usually, and if you can get your image on top of that, that's extra bonus, right? But when you rank those images, right, you do have room to play is what I'm trying to say. So when you are doing your alt descriptions, maybe you could put some descriptions on there that may not fit exactly with what your content is about, but because it's just an image, maybe you can try and rank for a different search query, for example, right? For example, yesterday I was working on a blog page and I was selling a product, or it was a product I was trying to sell. And so I'm doing the alt description. I'm like, well, wait a minute, I got a bunch of other kind of, photos for this product on my page that all kind of is saying the same, because it's the same product from different angles, side view, 3/4 view. So like, well, let me do the alt description, but I'll do, this is like most affordable product, yada yada yada, right? Or best reviewed version of this product, yada yada yada. And if people ever were searching for that, now that may not be in my content proper, but because I'm talking about the best reviewed, the most liked, if say it was phone, I'm talking about maybe the best screen resolution on my article, but on the photo, right? If I put, well, this is like the fastest processor for the phone, maybe you could get some extra views from that as well, right? So kind of, if you have the extra images, you can maybe do some different alt descriptions on that to get some traffic that way. Keywords. Where do you find good keywords? Now you can do a deep dive into analytics and go into the Google Keyword Planner or a lot of other websites that have detailed analysis of keywords, and they throw up all sorts of graphs on what's ranking and what's trending and what's related and how much does it cost to rank for those. Super complicated stuff, right? But there's an easy way to do research that I do because I'm kind of lazy, is just use the search bar itself, right? The autocorrect is kind of an investigative tool if you use it properly. So when I'm writing articles and I want to kind of try and tweak what's the best keyword to go for, right? Let's just say I'm doing like, I don't know, Call of Duty review or something, okay? Well, I'll go into the search bar, I'll type Call of Duty best review or something like that. And then you will get a lot of different suggestions that come below, okay? That's like the keyword planner kind of showing you already what are the popular long tail keywords that are related to that subject. Now, I may not be able to rank for the very first one or two, okay, because those are probably the most saturated, but maybe the low-hanging fruit on the bottom, if it fits with what my content, maybe I could use that wording instead to help rank for things. So for example, 2 weeks ago I was doing, again, a product page for wagons, folding wagons and stuff like that, like little wheelbarrows for, I don't know, camping and trips. So I did the same thing, and folding wagons came up on top, but then at the bottom it said collapsible wagons. Okay. A lot less competition for just changing that word out. Instead of best folding wagons you can buy, I wrote something called the best collapsible wagons you can buy. And so that's going to be the same thing. Does that make sense, right? I'm not changing what my content's about, but because I'm trying to rank for kind of a lesser used term, because it's on the bottom of the selections, it will give the article maybe a better chance, less competition to rank in Google. And that's super simple and easy to do. You can get ideas that way. You can kind of see what people are searching for. And once you do type in a search term, right, scroll to the very bottom of the Google page and you will get similar suggestions. And that's, again, you can use that for some quick down and dirty keyword research and see what are some other search terms that maybe are related to the one you're trying to rank for right now. And maybe some of those might be better options for you to try and rank for instead. So you don't have to go and do the detailed research. The Google search engine itself does a lot of work for you. Now, again, this should not be your main and your only keyword research. But if you're just brainstorming, looking for ideas, you need something quick, very easy to get some stuff by just playing around in that and seeing what pops up, right? Backlinks. I keep running out of time and can't talk about backlinks, but backlinks are super important, and that probably deserves to be its own video or two. These are just quick little, like I said, down and dirty tricks to help you with your SEO to rank. Doesn't take a lot of time. Very quick and easy to use. Best practices. But really, backlinking is super important, but that is very more complicated and will deserve its own video, which I'll do eventually. Maybe soon, maybe not. We'll see. My schedule is booked, right? But backlinking is important, but we'll get to that at another time. Okay. All right, that's it for today. SEO again. As you write, keep these things in mind. It's a skill. It takes practice to get good at it. Eventually, it's like driving a car. It just kind of becomes automatic. And as you start writing and blogging and creating, you'll just, in the back of your mind, these will just be things you're constantly going to be looking for and working on as you create. But it takes time to kind of get yourself into SEO mindset. Oh, last thing. SEO, you're writing for Google, which is good for the search engine, but don't forget, you need to also be writing for people as well, right? It used to be you could get away long time ago in the SEO Wild West. You could write just for the algorithm and rank. There were stories back in the day. People would just copy and paste the keyword at the bottom of a page 10, 15, 20 times, and they would rank and get traffic that way. Or they would type the keyword in, but then change the font to white on a white background. So as a reader, you would never even see, but literally the keyword is stuffed all around your content you're reading. Google sees that, but readers don't. And that was, that doesn't work anymore, right? You need to be writing for people. Very, very important. But keep in the back of your mind, you're writing for the Terminator as well, the machine. Okay. All right. Okay. I got to go now for real. And I'll catch you later. Hope this helps, and see you later.